Mission Monday update. My name is Sue Roskopf, and I am an ambassador here with Project Die Hard. We are here every Monday night at 6:30 p.m. Central to give all the latest and greatest updates of everything going on in the world of Project Die Hard. And as always, we do have our president and founder joining us this evening to give us all those updates himself. Brian Gibson is in the wings here. I'm going to go ahead and bring him on in to join. How you doing, Brian?
Well, hello, everybody. Well, it's Monday, so that's Mission Monday, so that's Podcast Monday, right? Okay, yeah. I know what I'm doing sometimes.
Sounds like all of us. We're here, we're on, we're good.
Remember, share this out to everybody you know, because this is the only way we grow. All right. So, where do we begin? Oh, I know where we need to begin. Let's go here. We'll do this. We'll do this. All right. Everybody can see that, I hope. All right. We started passing out cans this weekend. We're going to finish up by the end of the week to get all these participants their cans. This is the 8th annual Project Die Hard Fill the Can Challenge. This is our capital campaign every year. This is the big shot in the arm, the shot of penicillin, the silver bullet that we need to keep this mission going. That is the key, right? Remember, every little bit helps, but these locations have stepped up and are in competition for that wonderful trophy. Now, on that, last year we launched virtual cans, and we got a little bit of blowback. So here it is, folks. This cost you nothing to do but a little bit of time. But Sue has taken the time out of her busy day for tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. Central Standard Time to do a Zoom walking you through how to set up your virtual can. Anything to say on that, Sue?
Oh, sure. It's going to be super easy. You can come, and within a very short amount of time, you will not only show up and find out how to get this done, you will have it done. It will be ready to go. Simple as that. I only scheduled this to be a half hour long because it won't even take that long. We will walk you through step by step. So if you have any questions, anything at all, I'm there. I will walk you through it and we'll get her done. So you can do this.
See, folks.
So easy.
It's so easy, a Marine could do it. Oh, let's say that.
If you've never done it before, it might be intimidating. It's like, what is this virtual can thing? It's an online tool to do a fundraiser. You can share your link out with everybody you know. Put it out on your social media, and it is such an easy way. I mean, if you're on Facebook, you've seen people do this type of thing, like, here's my birthday fundraiser, I'm supporting this or that. Same concept. It's all online. You just have to share that link out there. People can click on it and choose to donate or not. I mean, it's just making it available. And the more you share it, the more people know about Project Die Hard. Whether or not they donate, somebody new is going to learn about this. And oh my gosh, we need that. We need the money too, but we need people to know about it.
We brought this up, virtual cans, last year because people said, well, I don't live around Paducah. And I don't live around Southern Illinois. So how do I help? Well, that's what the virtual cans are for. Now, all those funds raised on those virtual cans will be going into the Paducah Bank General Fund. And at the end of this challenge, July 4th, we get all the totals together. And the totals that is raised in Paducah Bank and the virtual gains get split up between all these participants. That's helping them win the trophy.
Woohoo!
Okay, so I think we covered fill the can good enough, right?
Well, I do see that defending champion there. I'm curious, are they going to remain, or is one of the wonderful companies that is listed here, are they going to dethrone them? Because they've 2 years running, right?
2 years running.
Sports Clips Haircuts of Paducah, Kentucky. You are the reigning champ, and I'm real curious to see how this one turns out.
Well, they say they're going to keep it, but again, folks, we have no if, ands, or into this. The cans are numbered, serial numbered. They go out, they come back. We have an independent auditor count them, and the one that raises the most wins the trophy.
Ooh, when does this run? When do they have the cans out?
Memorial Day through July 4th. But virtual cans, our virtual can is out running right now, giving a little leg up to these great participants. Okay, we talked about that. Now, the next big thing is right here. Look, folks, I'll listen to anybody. My team will tell you that. But you have to earn it. You have to earn to be able to tell me to do something. Operation Wisdom is May 31st, 2025, 0900 to 1600 hours at 3402 Benton Road, Paducah, Kentucky. You want to tell me what to do? Got it. Bring yourself to Paducah, Kentucky. In one room, you can record a message that will run on our social media. What would you say at dark 30 when a veteran calls you? Here's your chance. You get to come to Paducah, sit in this nice little room, and deliver your message to the heroes to give them hope. In the next room, we're going to be talking about facilities, staffing issues, use policy, equipment use policy, the veteran resident application process. You got input on this. Here's your chance. Come on. In another room, employment policy and application. This is all stuff we need help with. All paid positions start as volunteers. That way they're the heroes we help get the best. I can't put it out there any differently. Community Support Program application. Are you a ministry partner or want to be? Are you a resource partner or want to be? A mission supplier or facility supplier? Come on down. Here's your chance. You get to sit in one room, fill out all the paperwork, get interviewed by a couple people, right? And then you get to sit with me and go over it. And if we decide we can work together, we sign our MOA that day.
That's huge. I love it.
Business plan development and marketing. Hey, you got input. Come on, bring it. Just remember, God will never leave the mission. The suffering of veterans will never be used for profit, and there's no drugs or alcohol allowed within the mission. Here you go, folks.
I like this.
What?
It looks to me like if you're in that room, they get your ear for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You're going to have a line of people waiting to talk to you. That's who's up first. That's what I want to know. Get in line. Go. Giddy up.
Now, the volunteers are organizing all this. There's going to be set times that I will block off for people. You're not just going to walk up and say, I want my 10 minutes. No, they're going to ask why and who you are, what you are, and why do you need 10 minutes, right? I'm no better than anybody else, but this is going to be a big day. And I'm going to be pulled 1,000 different ways. But anybody on my team knows that when you reach out, if you're part of my team and you reach out, I get back to you ASAP, don't I?
Yes, you do.
That's just how it works. Now, the 30th. Reedland Fire Department stepped up. Loopy Larry stepped up. And our community support program members that are current members are traveling in. So we're going to have a little dinner. It's nothing fancy. It's a private affair. This is not open to the public. This is a private event. This is so I can give the time our community support members who traveled what they deserve. But in that same distance, we are inviting VIPs. Congressmen, senators, CEOs. If you can think of anybody that needs to be at this dinner, reach out to us. Tell them about us. Tickets are limited. Quality over quantity, right, folks?
Absolutely.
And that's the slideshow.
Excellent. And this came in while you're going here. We got a good evening, everyone, from Randy Larson. Glad you're listening. So glad you're here.
Randy Larson. I know that name. Where do I know that name from, brother?
You just sent him my way. I have an email in my inbox that I need to reply to. And give me 1 second. I can give you, it's on my tip of my tongue. Is it Yellow Mountain? No. Yeah, my gosh.
Oh, racing.
Yes.
Yellow Dog Racing. Okay, brother.
There it is.
There
I'm
it is. Okay.
Inbox. Where am I? What the heck?
I don't know. Where are you? I'm in Paducah, Kentucky.
I thought I had my inbox open, and apparently I don't. So that's why I'm not seeing it. I'm like, I'm going screen to screen. It's not there. I have it. It's in my inbox. I'm just, oh, gosh. Welcome to my little corner of the world where I am doing my best to keep up, and I'm not always succeeding.
Oh, she
There it
does
is.
great, folks. This is why I'm telling you, join her team.
Yes, please.
Okay? Yesterday Woodlawn hosted an event at their church. It wasn't a diehard event, it was the church's event. And I had some really good discussions. One was, I have enough trouble keeping my 6 involved.
There we go. Russell, Pennsylvania. I have to look up where exactly that is. Russell, Pennsylvania.
It's close to Meadville, where my mama grew up. But on that conversation, right?
Yes.
I'm like, look, my team has teams. I deal with my team, my little circle. Help her because she has her team she deals with. Are you a leader? Can you be a leader? What can you bring to the mission? How can you help Susan do more? Because she does way too much right now. And I am grateful.
Haven't figured out this whole cloning thing yet, you know? But you know what? That whole concept of 100 hands versus one person giving 100 hours, if 100 different people can each give an hour to make something grow and be better, that, oh my gosh, can you imagine?
I don't need to imagine. I know that teamwork makes the dream work.
Hmm?
I know that together everyone accomplishes more. How do I know this? Oh, wait, 26 years in the United States Army. Nobody fights alone.
It is that way for a reason, right?
I was in, where was I? Afghanistan when the Army of One slogan came out.
Oh boy.
That was like 03, 04, somewhere around there. The Army tried this new thing, the Army of One. We all looking around for that Momo. Where is this Army of One? I want to go home. Where is this person?
They can have it all. Just let it.
Yeah. I'm good with it.
Doesn't work that way, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Wow.
I was a medic. I am a service and support MOS. I'm not a combat MOS, but I've seen my fair share because we are supporting the warfighter. And we march with them and talk like them, and yeah.
Okay. Civilian MOS.
MOS, Military Occupational Specialty.
Makes total sense. Just
I got it. Your MOS is your Military Occupational Specialty. Everybody goes through basic soldiering. It's called basic training. Mm-hmm. Everybody learns the basic. After that, you go to advanced individual training.
so, and how do you? So now, okay, questions. And yeah, I see Randy. So exactly like the firefighting, work together and no one left behind. Yep. Okay, so how do you pick what you do? Do they pick for you? Is it somewhere in between? How does that happen?
You take the Armed Services Vocational Aptitude Battery Test.
Okay.
And that tells you what you're going to be good at.
It gives you a list of options or
list of jobs.
Okay.
And if you qualify, you pick the job.
Okay.
Now that's the easy part. You still got to make it through the school.
I was going to say, just because you pick doesn't mean it's going to happen. Because
Yeah.
being a medic, you got to have a certain aptitude for
13, that's when I went through, it was 13 weeks of medic school. And every Friday was test day. And if you failed on Friday, you retested Sunday afternoon. If you failed that one, Monday you were gone.
I'm going to assume there's not a big tolerance for, I mean, you got to keep going. You got to make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And is that like a 40-hour-a-week type of a training kind of thing?
Yeah.
Okay. And
that is, well, when I went through, people gave me a hard time because it was more like going to college.
Yeah.
You went to class, and at the end of the day, you were free to
go back and study.
Well, you better.
If you want to
pass. It wasn't forced, but you better.
Yeah.
You know, but you had free time. You know, every Friday you passed your test, you got 24 hours out on the town. You got to pass. I was like, yeah, I got some people, well, your AIT was nothing. I went through Fort Benning. Yeah, I know. You're a grunt. You picked that job. I didn't. But I love you guys.
Yeah.
I love my grunts. They give me job security.
So as a medic, how, is that? Yeah, exactly. Got to be on your game with that medical training. And with an Army medic, is that equivalent to a paramedic in civilian life, or what do you know kind of what the equivalency is, or is there not exactly that?
Paramedics, we don't have pediatrics in the Army.
Yeah, yep, fair.
So it's a give and a take. I was in yesterday at the church with conversation, you know, where it got to the point where I said, look, it's called practicing medicine for a reason.
Yep.
Okay. A paramedic will never have the opportunity to amputate a leg on the battlefield.
There's other considerations of there could be a car accident and you're dealing with an amputation scenario, potentially crush what, you know.
No.
But yeah, that it's gone.
Bullet hit bone. Muscle was holding the only thing on.
Yep.
Packed it in ice. Easier to transport that way.
Yep.
If it was just muscle holding it on, that's easy to fix. That big bone being shattered to shiza.
Yep.
Okay, so it's all a matter of practice.
Right. So you guys, I'm assuming, had more of the what do I want to say? Instead of the stroke symptoms or heart attack or that type of thing, you probably focused a little bit more on injury type training.
Well, that, and I know how to suture. How many paramedics know how to suture?
Okay, that's kind of cool. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Well,
I don't know. I was not a paramedic. I went through EMT basic and what used to be called intermediate.
Yeah,
paramedic was like a leap up from there. Yeah.
we take our command authority right from our doctor.
So you had a doctor on I'm going to say on staff. I don't know if that's the right terminology.
Every battalion has a medical officer,
Okay.
or a doctor, or a PA, right?
Mm-hmm.
We take our medical authority directly from them.
Gotcha.
So if they say Sergeant Gibson can do sutures, I don't have to ask him to do a suture.
You have that authority to be able to use your a judgment and do as yes.
We treat to the authority we are given from our doctors.
Gotcha.
But our doctors don't just give out authority.
Oh yeah. It's earned and with trust and skill and all the things. Yep.
Oh yeah, I had young soldiers. Well, how come I can't do that?
Uh-huh.
You want me to be truthful about that? You're lucky you're not washing dishes, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You ain't impressed me. And if you're not going to impress me, what do you think you're going to do to impress that doctor?
Exactly. Oh my gosh. Excellent. Yeah, because we had medical control as well. Like wherever the ERs that we're going, we had somebody was there that if we had to call in and ask questions, whatever, we had to report to bring it in. And so I'm catching similarities and things that I'm like, okay, how long have I known you? And I've never asked these questions.
Triage, right? I remember once there was an auto accident. I rendered aid. I go rolling in on the gurney with the patient.
Ooh. Wow.
And the doctor goes, "Who are you?" I said, "Bystander." "What are you doing?" "Stopping that."
Oh my God. Wow. Yep.
"Who said you could do that?" "Nobody." Combat medic. I know what to do with puncturing wounds.
It's the right thing to do right now, right?
The paramedic that showed up, he goes, "Who are you?" And he looked down and he saw where my finger was stuck. And he goes, "That's all I need to know. Hop on the gurney with him.
Let's go."
You're riding with us." I'm like, "You can take over." "Nope."
Oh. Oh, guess where you're going to be for the next couple hours. Thanks. Come on.
I'm good with it. Okay, I was doing what I'm trained to do.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
The wife hated that when I got home.
Feeling that one. We drive by a car accident and Kurt's always like, "Are they okay? We need to stop. What's happening over there? They have help. They have help." Oh my God. Yeah, we're stopping. Okay, pull over. Until somebody else with a higher level of authority and care comes, we at least can get it started. That's how that works.
Oh no, I come home and guess what I'm covered in?
Oh, yep. All the things. The life of a medic. Yes. Jeez. Sorry. I don't know if you heard that. I think a dog just jumped off of something right above my head.
But yeah, that's
sorry.
What makes me think I know what my brothers and sisters need?
think you've been caring for them in all sorts of ways for your whole career.
I want to say at my age, the majority of my life.
Yep. Oh, but you don't know what you're doing. Why would you know what to do? Oh, well, okay. Apparently I haven't met him, if that's the question.
I'm not the smartest tool in the shed, but I surround myself with a lot of smarter people.
Oh, and actually I'm seeing Randy's got it. Yeah, I like this. You know, the feeling, some of the, yeah, you got to surround yourself with smarter people. And, you know, okay, so I almost shouldn't say this, but I'm going to anyway. Working with PhD type doctors at university and medical college and all these things as a technician at different jobs I've had. Us techs would often joke with each other, and some of the PhDs knew this was part of the jokes, but not all. In order to get that degree, you had to give up something, and we often said it was common sense went.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look,
so that went out the door. That's why you have us to help with those parts. You know, it took a team to do all the things. They did their role. We did ours.
Again, everybody has their role within this mission.
Exactly.
I make no bones about it. Why does Susan oversee the resource partnership? Oh, wait. Southern Illinois University is a resource partner, right? Oh, where do you work again?
Carroll University in Waukesha.
Oh, see, folks?
The fit.
That's how it works.
I can speak college, so to speak. Yeah.
And it's a totally different world there, man.
It's a weird world. It takes acclimating to figure out, oh, that's how this works here. Oh, okay. Yep.
Again, Kurt handles mission side of it because connections and market, that's his specialty. Dave, ministries, that's his specialty. My job is to protect the integrity of this mission and ensure my brothers and sisters get nothing but the best. Do I have to make the hard calls? Yeah, because somebody has to.
Things like Hope Stock. We wanted to do that this year, but you know what?
It came down to the time where I had to make that call. Look, folks, electric bills don't just magically disappear.
Nope.
Water bills do not magically disappear.
And those are basics. We need to have those. We have a facility. We have a property. We need to be the custodian of that we are and pay the bills to make that run. That's why we have, oh, wait, what were we talking about earlier? Fill the can. We are doing the things we need to do to be able to pay the bills so that we can fulfill the mission that we are here to fulfill.
But in that same retrospect, our outreach programs.
Oh, yes.
This Wednesday, our fellowship breakfast.
That's this Wednesday. Oh my gosh, it's May. What the heck?
Yeah.
So yeah, okay, remind everybody. There might be somebody listening right now that knows nothing about that. What is it?
Paducah, Kentucky, at the IHOP, the first Wednesday of the month, from 0700 to 0930, we invite everybody to come break bread with heroes, and veterans eat for free. In a nutshell, veterans come together. They get to talk amongst themselves, support one another in a safe, secure place. Yeah.
It's awesome.
There's our mission right there.
So any veterans that are anywhere in the vicinity of Paducah, Kentucky, show up and have some fellowship time. Have some breakfast. Enjoy. And if you're not at that, that's okay too. Show up and hang out with the guys, the gals, the peeps, everybody who's showing up
Thank
there.
you.
Yes.
Believe it or not, they would love to hear it.
I believe it.
I can't buy your breakfast, but I can put you in a room with a bunch of heroes.
How cool is that? Seriously. Show up Wednesday morning, this Wednesday, like in 2 days from now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Teachers. It's the first Wednesday of the month.
And it's going to be summer soon. So people who've been at school or whatnot will be freed up, that they will be available then too. Ooh, that's coming up real soon. So hopefully this summer, this can grow and be bigger. And oh wait, people go on vacation. If you happen to be in the Paducah, Kentucky area on the first Wednesday of the month, guess what you have to put into your plans?
Stop by, say hi.
Get a breakfast anyway, right? Why not? Oh my gosh. Timing, plans, you can do it.
Well, May 31st, Operation Wisdom.
So do people just show up on that day? Or that's it, right?
From 9 to 4. Show up.
So easy.
Show up.
It really is that easy. Show up that day. It's at a location that you can easily find. Plug it into your phone. Sorry, I was realizing you can't see that. Plug it into your phone. It will take you there. It's easy to find. Go. It's as easy as that. You don't have to be shy. Just show up.
Yeah, show up. You got questions. Show up. You got an idea. Show up.
This is the place to share it. So yeah, Randy, I gotta think. You're a little bit of a drive away.
Randy's coming down for the open house June 7th.
Are you? Oh, that's awesome. I did not know that. Oh, okay, I'm excited to hear that. Thank you. Yeah. That's gonna be amazing.
My team's always invited.
So June 7th. Okay, we should touch on that just briefly here. June 7th is a big event.
Is a blessing to the mission.
Yes, very much so.
We are being featured on the Veteran First Initiative telethon for 2 hours. That gets broadcast all through North America and Canada.
Yes. And more places. If you are somebody who has a website where you can do a live stream, if you have oh my gosh, where are you watching this right now? Are you on Facebook? Are you on YouTube? Where are you? You can be part of this. You can help share the telethon, because we will be, oh my gosh, right here. We will be actually on another link to here. because we are on Restream right now, and that's what we're going to be utilizing, because the Restream will be going to all of our usual places, plus there is a special link that we'll be using that will go back to, I believe it's in Arizona, where the folks are that will be putting this out on all sorts of different channels, on all sorts of different networks. And that's where I'm saying you can be part of this as well. We will be given an what is it called? An RTMP. Oh my gosh, I hope I don't have this. I'm learning as I go. I know it's an easy thing for me to set up. It will be sorry, I'm just seeing Randy's got a message here. We're going to be bringing I'm going to bring it up, bringing our carts with us to show our support with our Veteran Appreciation Tour. Awesome. How cool is that? I'm excited to see this. I am not going to be there in person. I will be actually on my computer upstairs. We're going to have the spot that is streaming into the big event. So let me back up. The entire telethon is 8 hours long. We have 2 hours of that. So it runs from 11 a.m. Central until 7 p.m. Central. From 11 to 1, the telethon is taking place in Canada. So the Canada location with Jay Stoyan, with the Disability Channel, with all the people and all the entertainment and all the things going on there, they have the first 2 hours. They're going to pass it to us from 1 to 3. And it's us. We've got it. We've got, oh my gosh, I actually have it right here. There is a rundown minute by minute. We will be having a schedule of who is when and what's going to be taking place. So if you are interested in participating and having a piece of this, reach me. I'm putting this part together. Susan at projectdiehard.org. I can get you on the list here so we have you.
Or
better yet,
come to Bob Rush, because I guarantee I get to bump everybody off that list if I so deem so. Just saying.
Just saying. We've got good things planned. We've got.
Trust me, folks. We've already talked about this. From Bob Rush, there are times blocked out.
Let's see here. We've got right there at Fob Rush. We got a piece there. We will be bouncing to Fob Rush all day, all throughout the 2 hours. And the more people, the more things, the more that's going on at Fob Rush.
At the facility,
the more we will be literally at Fob Rush. So, Randy, I'm so glad you're going to be there. That means we get to dedicate more time on location during this. Oh, that's so cool. I love it. I want to know what your carts look like. I will find out soon. This is so cool. Okay, so after we're done with our 2 hour segment, we will be passing the baton over to the crew in Arizona, and they're going to have from 3 until 5 Central. And then from 5 to 7, it's out to Los Angeles and all the folks out there, including, let's see, Fana is running a big chunk of this. So People for a New America, that includes Richie Honori, who is the drummer for, yeah, okay, you guys, you know the band called The Sweet? Have you ever heard the song? Oh my gosh, I just blanked. I have reached the age of words leave my head when I need them most.
Well,
give me a minute and it'll be in front of you. So hold on. I'm so sorry, Richie. You're going to kick my ass later, but you know, that happens.
I look at it this way. All I know is that we got 2 hours to show the world our first facility. If that's not a blessing, I do not know what is not.
So you guys have all heard the song Ballroom Blitz, right?
Yeah.
That's The Sweet.
Okay.
So the guy who's the drummer for The Sweet, he's the guy that got this all started. Actually,
Okay.
can I show a quick little clip here?
Feel free.
Let me pull up. So vetsinneed.org is the website actually for FANA and okay, so I've got two things I'm going to pull up. Let me grab both things and then I will share my screen. There we go. Okay, here it is. We are going to share screen. So I'm going to show you two different things. First of all, vetsinneed.org. Can you see my screen right now? So this is the website for the Veterans First Initiative, and that is the organization that is putting together the telethon. If you want to know details, go to vetsinneed.org. You can go into detail on here. For now, if you're watching this on a restream, go ahead and just pause it if you want to look closer at any of these details. And here it is, the telethon going on June 7th. There's Richie right there. Let me stop sharing this screen. I've got one more I will show you then, where it's got People for a New America. And one of the commercials that's put together for this event is right here.
My name's Richie O'Nori with the Multi-Platinum Group. This suite. We all owe a debt to our veterans. It's time to give back. With the Veterans First Initiative, you can make that difference right here and right now. I want you right now to open up your wallets and go to vetsinneed.org, vetsinneed.org, and make that difference our vets deserve. Thank you.
So that is one of the commercials that has been prepared for the event, and there are, I believe, are more to come yet. Oh gosh, look at this. You know what? Kurt is in the house, so I'm going to add him on in here as well. So there we go. We've got, here, I'm going to switch this over. All right. So Kurt, come on in. We're just talking briefly about what's coming up, and I know you are in the core group here putting it together. So is there any updates, any news that you want to make sure that we know about as of today?
Well, it's all about, setting up watch parties. Obviously, all the watch parties that get set up through what we're doing here, we'd want to see if we could have that instrumented to be, through the element of Project Die Hard. So to speak, if you're all willing to out there to set up Project Die Hard watch parties of the Veterans First Initiative, that'd be really great. That's a great way to spread the mission here at Project Die Hard and show how we're growing and, expanding our, net, I guess I could say, broadening our reach. And, so the buzz is really, going for the gusto right now, that working with all these media partners, the Disability Channel, Connect to Your City, we're still working on developments in this with Bravehearts TV and, to, keep drawing in these platforms and podcasters and whatever. Everything here for the next month ahead, is about reach. So let's keep asking for that. I met with somebody today who's putting together a film, and I talked to her about it's a film that won't be released until 2026. But I told her we could do some stuff now, to really, set the tease. And she's interested, which is a huge opportunity because we're planting that seed that now the mission will grow as that movie grows, that people are watching it. They need screenings. So I told her I'd be happy to work with her and whatever she wants to do with screenings. Let's do this, but we'd want to attach Project Die Hard to it, that these would be projects.
Hold on. November 7th through the 11th, Operation Spotlight.
You got it.
A Veteran Film Festival.
I think I've heard of that thing. That
I
sounds like
think that's somewhere in the mix.
Yeah. See how it all comes together? So if we pay attention, everything we need is right there. We just got to connect and deploy.
But the first thing we have to do is fill the can.
yes.
That's right.
Look, folks, everything we talk about, our facilities, our fellowship breakfast, our film festivals, that all takes funding. That's what Fill the Can is for. That's what it's for. Nobody here on this screen gets a paycheck. I can guarantee that.
We're here because we want to be here because, oh my gosh. That would be an interesting piece all in itself. Everybody is here for a reason. What's your reason? Why do you need to be here? You're hearing us right now because there's a reason. What
is it? Yeah, look, folks, what do I get out of helping Project Die Hard? You get out what you put in. I can't. If you come here for fame or fortune, sorry, you're in the wrong spot. I don't know, guys. I'm tired of beating the drum.
No, there's a lot of good that's taking place. There's a lot of good things that have taken place that are going to be taking place. There's, oh my gosh. Let's see. There's a 10,000 square foot building that needs to be finished so that we can house veterans on an as needed basis for a night, a week, a month, up to a year. There's a difference to be made yet. And we need the help. We need the funds. We need the fingers that are going to be around the hammer that's going to be pounding the nail. We need all the things.
Hey, how about this? Southern Illinois, step up. You want us to start a fellowship breakfast there. Go. Step up. Volunteer. I've put it out. We can host in-person events. I put it out more than once. If you have a program, an event you need to hold to help veterans, reach out to us.
I would say that we can also keep in mind technology partners or technology resources. I was on a call today with Talk Fusion, and we've got arrangements through Beat Bob that, we're going to, for what I'm doing, I'm personally plugging into Talk Fusion because I told them what I'm trying to do here as an ambassador. And so I got with these Talk Fusion folks, and they're putting together an account for us that we're going to deploy that technology. We have Huddle Up Learning is providing us an in-kind donation of their technologies so that with the time we do spend here, the volunteering that we do, that we can get more out of the time that we're volunteering. So there's a lot of ways that people can be creative to help us grow the mission and to put on the table the value that they supply and to supply it here at Project Die Hard, and that we keep mapping it to what does this mean for our veterans? Because that's the bottom line, to help veterans.
See, folks, they're stepping up and doing their part. More information will be coming out when we dot all the T's, cross all that stuff. But this is a great blessing. That's why you didn't hear from me yet, because everything's not finalized. But it's in the works. That's a $5,000 a year in-kind donation of technology.
It's amazing. We need more support like that.
And the point is that, it's right in front of us. So it took, spreading the mission, sharing the mission. And when the creators or the people who can make those decisions to supply these resources, when they understand what we're dealing with, what we're trying to do, and they contemplate what they have their hands on, and they want to do something, this is what happens, is they put it on the table. So like you always say, Brian, someone's out there that can write the check. That's the ultimate thing. But if they're not going to write the check, we can still get creative. Well, if you can't do that, then what can you do? And that's what we need. We need everybody to do something.
Folks, it's simple. My people are tired of hearing it, but I'm going to say it. You either pray for the mission, you share the mission, you volunteer for the mission, or you become a patron of the mission. What are you going to do?
Got to start somewhere. Everybody can do something.
Praying. I'll take prayer every day of the week.
Oh, yeah. And twice on Sunday.
Yeah. Sharing. I don't pay for advertising, folks. I'd rather buy a veteran breakfast than pay for advertising. Sharing this mission puts these opportunities in front of us. Volunteer. Don't say you don't have a skill, because you don't know that.
Everybody has a skill. Everybody has a talent. God gave us all different gifts. We all have different abilities. What's yours?
Yeah, what are you bringing? What are you bringing?
It's kind of like a potluck. Who's bringing the buns? Who's bringing the hot dogs? This is just a potluck in a different sort. What are your skills? Okay? I love that look. Like, what the hell did she just say? We keep each other on our
It's simple.
toes. It's that simple.
I talked to a person yesterday. Well, I don't like being out in front of people. That's fine.
You don't have to be.
You don't have to be.
Funny thing is, there's other people who love that. So let them.
Let them. Yeah.
That's how it works. That's why it's a team, because everybody has their piece.
And if you don't have time to do any of those things, go to the website, become a patron.
We definitely need those two.
Well, no, real simple. If you don't have the time to volunteer, then give us money so we can hire a person so we don't have to ask you to volunteer. Oh, yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, and just like that, we're coming up on the end of another wonderful Project Die Hard Mission Monday update. And as always, we do end with a word of hope. Kurt, I know you were the last in. I'm going to give it to you first to wrap it on up for us here.
Last in, first out. They call that LAFO in the business, right? Or I guess it'd be LIFO, last in, first out.
You're letting me LMAO or whatever you're saying.
All right.
Go ahead.
Well, folks, I'm coming today with a proposal. And, my proposition is that this proposal offers hope. And this is what it looks like. I would say that we here at Project Die Hard need case studies. So this is my ask. Would you be willing to be a case study for us, that however we catch you right now, that you'd come to us and that you would offer what your situation is and how we can help, and that we can refine what we're doing here in the name of all vets. None of us on the planet, none of us in the history of humankind, 175 billion ever on the planet, None of us have the solution. We need your help to refine this business of saving all of the veterans out there from suicide ideation and from the darkness and everything that it is. So the more that we can create case studies about how we here at Project Die Hard are finding the solution, that's what we want. And so I want you to be a part of that. And I always like to leave my contact information, Kurt, K-U-R-T, at projectdiehard.org. And ring my phone line, give me a text, 262-372-1754. Let's be a part of the solution. I propose you are part of the solution. Please stick with me and please reach out to me. Thank you.
Awesome. Brian, over to you.
All right, I got to put a caveat on that, brothers and sisters. I can't house anybody right now. I can't. Please don't ask, because it breaks my heart every time I got to turn one of you away. Case studies, yes. Yes. Veterans that we have helped. Reach out to Kurt. If you're ready to tell your story, please tell your story. But don't give up. Big things are moving in this mission, and we're not quitting. And if we're not quitting, you can't quit. We will see you next Monday. Back to you, Sue.
Awesome. And that's exactly right, because we are here every Monday because of this mission. So join us here. If you're looking for a place to call your home within to be among fellowship, we're here. Join us. We are looking for you. So please consider what you can do here with us with Project Die Hard. We are here every Monday night at 6:30 p.m. Central to give you all the updates. And I would love it if you were part of our update. So consider that. And like Brian said, pray, share, volunteer, be a patron. We need all the things. So which piece are you committing to? Thank you so much for joining us. And